Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and welcome back in another YouTube chess training video, and today we should learn from Garri Kasparov, and the first game is about weaknesses. So, what do you think? Black has the biggest weakness. And black's biggest weakness is on d6. And I will show you if white has knight on d6, his advantage is so big. So now our plan is how we should go to d6. Maybe we should go to b5 and then to d6, or maybe we should go to f5. Big threat is check on e7, and of course we should go to d6. And if we know where black has a weakness, that's a really simple way how to find the best plan. Garri Kasparov played to f5 because now has a plan to go to d6, and of course has one more threat on e7 check. It's a very difficult game if black will take on f5 because white will take on d5. You can see here's a weakness. White has advantage because has stronger this bishop against a knight, and nearly every times when we are playing open position and we have our opponent has knight and we have bishop, that's a really great advantage for us. f5 is a weakness, so maybe we should attack this weakness to move to d3, attack knight and take more material, or maybe we are going immediately to f3, or maybe we are going to b7 and attacking this bad knight. Knight on a6 is a really weakness, and one more time I am trying to show you how it's good to understand that the best plan is to attack our opponent weaknesses. So this game is too difficult to play. For this reason black went to e8. Okay, we managed to play our plan and we are on d6. Now in this position, it's your second chance to ask yourself where black has the biggest weakness. And we know that black has this knight as weakness, and this knight is doing nothing and is without support. So one day we should win a tempo and we should go to maybe f1 or e2 and attack this knight, but maybe it's too early, and maybe black has another weakness, and another weakness is this piece. So we should try to attack this piece, and maybe if black is not careful we should win this piece. So we should go to f4, and maybe there's another weakness on g7. Just if we are playing one day to h4, we are attacking this rook. From f4 we are going to g4 and we are attacking on g6 and g7, and if this is going one day to f6, we are attacking on g7. Of course black is waiting for chance to take on g2 with mate, so if we are going immediately to h4 we are losing. So at least we have to be careful and we have to understand that black has a plan to attack our weakness. So Garri Kasparov went to f4 and he wished to go to g4 and he wished to attack this piece. Big threat is to go to g4, and maybe for this reason black went to h5. Maybe if black is not really careful and playing something bad move to a8, I know that this move is not the best move, but I will show the threat. Threat is to go to g4. If black is going to h5, white will take on g7, and then black is losing on h5 piece. So black need to go to f5, but we will take it. Maybe black is going to h6, but one more time we are winning this by bishop to f4. If black is going to h5, we are taking on g5. So it's a big threat for this piece, and for this reason black has to stop white to go to g4 and is playing h5. Maybe this h5 is another weakness, and maybe one day we should attack this weakness. Another weakness of course should be this piece. maybe g7, maybe f7, and this piece. So there is so many weaknesses, and it's up to us how we will attack this weakness one by one. So e4, and now white is going to attack this piece, and he's going to h4. Just watch this game, because looks like Garri Kasparov is playing like every move is a threat. And this is the best plan, because activity is the most important plan in our chess, and Garri Kasparov used to be really active player. So he's going to attack this rook, and black need to move away. He's going to d7, and it's maybe attacking this knight or on d1 piece. But we know that black has a weakness on g6, and I will ask you, how do you think white should attack this piece one more time? And I believe that this piece should go to c3 and should go to g3, and if it's on g3, it's attacking g6 and maybe g7, because we have threat to go to f6. So looks like black is in a really difficult position, and after rook to c3 he went to h6. Maybe black should go to c7 and improve his divorce piece, but we are going to g3. And now, what do you think is the best move in this position for white? If you believe me that another weakness is on h5, it's the right time to attack this weakness. And of course, the best move is to go to g5, and black has to go g6. But now black is lost, because black is playing without this piece, and you know, it's not really any chance to play game with so bad piece. And you know, without h7 piece, there is no way how to play this game. Maybe white should attack another black weaknesses and should go to a4. He will attack on a7 and d7, and black has nothing to do because he's playing without h7 piece. So we are attacking two pieces. Now we are going to take a7, d7 and b5, and the winning plan for white is to go a4, a5, a6, a7, a8, or b5, b6, b7, b8. And white is only smiling because he has nothing to do with this piece on h7. For this reason, after rook to c3, black went to h6. Okay, now it's time to attack f7. f7 looks like a weakness, and we should go to f1. We should attack this weakness, and we should win a tempo, and then we should go to f3 and have this three strong army fighting over f7. So looks like f7 is the weaker square in the black's territory, and yes, we are attacking a6. We are going to f3, and weakness is on f7. If black is playing to g6, of course, there's a weakness on g7 and g6, and winning move is to go to f6, and then we are going to g3, and we are winning on g7. So black has difficulties, but white is playing a really good game. He's attacking opponent weaknesses, and move by move we have the feeling that white know what to do. You know, best plan is to attack opponent weaknesses. After f5, and this game is exciting because white is losing a knight, but after f7, of course, white is winning because he will attack these two pieces, and at the end f7 will be so strong. So maybe now looks like black is okay, but black is lost anyway. f7 is so strong, so black need to be close to f8 square. Now it's a winning for white, of course. it's very difficult to play this position for black, and once again white is attacking opponent weakness, and on a8 is a weakness, because we should attack them and we are winning time. Now check, and yes, we have more material and we are winning. So the first example used to be about weaknesses and how it's important to attack opponent weaknesses. That's a really important topic, how to improve our chess. And you know, I believe that now it's not too hard to understand. Then on this is a weakness and we should improve our game, or we should improve our chess if we know where our opponent has a weakness and how it's important to attack opponent weaknesses. We are going for example number 2, and I was absolutely wrong in this game. I thought that the weakness is on d6 and I thought that I have to attack this weakness. I thought that I have to play b4, knight to b5, attack once, maybe I have to go to f4, attack second time, and I thought that I know what to play in this position, but I was wrong. And the right answer is that white will attack with g4, h4, h5, g5. Maybe we are surprised, but don't worry if we are not able to find the best moves, if we are not able to find the best plans. That's really not important. Important is to get new experience, is to get new examples and to understand what to play, how to find the plan, and maybe we should learn from Garri Kasparov. Okay, g4, and if black is going to g6, our main idea is to go to g3 and play h4, h5. So yes, it looks like this plan is working. I don't know, now we are attacking weakness, but we are active players and we are playing g5, and in this position looks like white is a really big activity. The threat maybe is b4, and then we should take on d6, or another threat is h4, h5. So after move g4, black went to e4. We are going to g3, and if black will take on g2, we have nice time to, or nice opportunity to go to f5. Okay, it's done. Now g5, h4, and you know, maybe it looks impossible that white is attacking there, where I never ever will attack, but at least I'm learning how to play these positions, and I'm learning as you are learning from Garri Kasparov. So h5, and here if black is going to d7, we are playing f4, and after g6 black is lost. You know, looks like from nothing white is winning, and you know, it's a strong, so strong attack, but if I'm coming back, looks like black has not good pieces. His army is not in the best squares, and we have time to go for g4, h4. Okay, so I'm coming to our game. Here black took on g5, we are going to take on g5, and still we wish to attack. So h6, take on g7, and everything is working. Black is under big fire, and you know, from nothing nearly black is losing. So if we really love to improve our chess, we should learn from Garri Kasparov. And in this game, I believe we understand that, you know, black is losing, and black is losing in when white will take on a7, h7. So another beautiful game where we saw how is important activity, how we should play active plans, and if we are able to learn from Garri Kasparov, I believe that's the best way how to improve our chess. So maybe don't be surprised that in this position, maybe typical position is the best plan g4, knight to g3, h4, g5, h5. So if we are able to remember this plan, well done. This plan is so interesting, so exciting that I believe that we are improving chess players. And we have time to go for another example. This position is game Kasparov-Martinovic 1980, and here I was wrong as well. I thought that black has a weakness on e5, so I have to attack somehow from g3, but no. Garri Kasparov believed here in another plan. He believed that he will play a4, c4, f3, and to f2 bishop, and he will outplay black in this heart of the chessboard. So maybe it's too difficult to understand. Maybe it's too difficult to understand why this plan is so strong, but don't worry. If this plan played Garri Kasparov, it means it's a good plan, and up to us is to learn this position, up to us is to understand how to play these positions. And after h4, knight to d2, white is playing f3 and he's going to f2. Okay, it's there. And now he's playing c4. Yes, maybe we should remember that it's a good pawn formation, a4, b4, c4, and we have this piece is looking on weakness on b6. Maybe this is looking for another weakness on a6. And one more time, we are playing against weaknesses. And where do you think is another black weakness? And yes, another black weakness is on d6. And don't be surprised that Garri Kasparov knows it and is playing to go for d6. Okay, knight to b3. Now c5, and in this position, what a beautiful move. Garri Kasparov played to c4 and to d6. Maybe it looks like this move is forbidden. Just to go to c4 is not possible, but it's possible, because if we are going to c4, we are taking and we are winning on d7 this piece with a really strong activity. It's very difficult to stop white to go to another bigger weakness on d6, and this is exactly same story as the first example. Bigger weakness on d6, just we are going there, we have a really great advantage and we are winning. So now white took on b5 and we can see another weakness on h6. So if we are going to take defender, we are winning material, and if we are winning a6, we are winning one day b5 and we are winning the game. So take, going to a2, a5, take, c6, and you know, I believe that we have the right feeling that white has a really great advantage. Ask black what is doing this knight on h5. What is doing this piece? This piece is so weak. This piece is doing nothing. This piece is doing nothing. So bad. Black's placement of his army is so big that white is winning. Okay, maybe now just check. And yes, we have more material and we are winning. If we are going to take on b8, and here black resign. Another game what we should learn from Garri Kasparov, that maybe now is difficult to see where black has weakness, but we should improve our game. And maybe we are improving, we move c4, maybe b4, b5, maybe we are improving this to go to f2, and you know, the first steps of this game was about improving. And then if black will play not good move, now c6, we can see that black has a weakness on d6. So now everything looks like black has no problems. Here black has a weakness on d6, and that's another nice game from Garri Kasparov, and I believe we should learn from him how to attack opponent weaknesses. So we should go for another example, and this example is not difficult. It's black on move, and black will have a really big advantage if he knows what to play. White has some problems because he has this f1 bishop, and this knight, if has no way to go to g5, is another wrong piece. So the plan is to go to a4, improve this to a5, then to play f6. And at the end, black will be more active, and white will have really no plan how to improve his position. And step by step, move by move, white will have more difficulties. In a difficult game, you know, really often white is making weak moves. So okay, tuk, and just check that nice knight, strong a5 piece, and rook on d8 is much more stronger army than these free ones. So f6, we are going to take square g5, and this knight has nothing to do. And of course, one day we should go to d2 check. d2 is for us weakness. Another weakness is on square d3, so maybe it's check. And you can see that there are so many weaknesses, but what's more difficult for black is very hard to find the right moves. And now after a3, we can see new weakness on b3. So now we are going back, and we should go maybe to b3. And as I told you, in a difficult position, it's very difficult to find the right moves. And in a difficult position, really often our opponent is making bad moves and bad mistakes. Of course, if now white will take, maybe we are going to d2 and we are winning. So here, and in this position, white resign. It was mainly because white is not active. It's very difficult for white to find the right square for his army, and black simply outplayed black. Maybe the threat is check on d1 and mate on c1. You know, very bad game for white. So once again, it's really good to understand that we have to improve our army, and we have to find the best squares. So for f6, we are going to a5, rook is going to open file, and that's nearly everything. No, it's not a difficult game if we know that we have to improve our army. So we have two plans. We should attack our opponent weaknesses, or we should improve everything what we should improve it. So another position. Yes, in this position, black believe that if white doesn't have on g2 this piece, so everything there will be weak. So plan for black is to go to h4 to take this piece, then everything on the light squares will be weak, and then he'll have to go to b7 and attack and win. So maybe it looks like this plan is difficult, but no. Maybe it's difficult to understand that if we don't know where our opponent has a weakness, we have to make a weakness. And if we are going to take defender, if we are going to take on g2 bishop, we are going to open this line where white will have the light square weaknesses, I believe we have the right plan. So white went to h4 and he will take on g2 bishop, now b5, and you know, I believe that we have the feeling that black know what he's playing, and he went to b7, he take, and okay, even here black has another weakness on d6, and if white has a weakness on d6, and if black is winning this weakness, black is winning the game. So he is going to attack this weakness. Of course, big chance for win is check on f2. If white will take, we are winning. And now we are winning because we have more material. So I believe that it was a really interesting game where we have another idea how to play our chess. If our opponent doesn't have weakness, we have to go and we have to find a weakness. And in this position, the biggest weakness should be the open file if we are able to take on g2. And yes, Garri Kasparov found this plan. Maybe he exchanged his bishops, but at the end another weakness is on d6, and black won this game without any difficulties. And that's everything. So I'm at the end of this video. I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned from Garri Kasparov. I hope you will come back. So for this reason, press follow our YouTube chess channel and you will not miss any new coming videos. And I believe that next time we should learn one more time from Garri Kasparov. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was interesting video for you, and I believe I will see you next time. Thank you one more time and see you soon. Bye bye.